You know, it's hard to believe that people try to fight in order to continue circumcising. When you think about it, you would think that when people are informed that there's no reason to cut off part of their baby, you'd think they would be happy that the current science and anatomy and physiology knowledge says, hey, this is unnecessary. It does absolutely nothing for their health or well being, so there's no reason to do it. You'd think people would be happy and relieved, but yet it's been so ingrained in their heads that they can't see that, and they just insist that anybody who's against circumcision is some sort of liberal or snowflake or whatever. Well, I'm definitely no liberal and definitely no snowflake. So it's not about being a liberal or conservative or anything like that. It comes down to science and a matter of ethics. You know, the principles of medical ethics, and I've done other videos about this, is that first, do no harm. That principle would dictate that you don't cut a body part off unless you are preventing a more serious harm. So, for example, if there is a tumor, we cut out the tumor because the alternative is death or very serious illness that could lead to death. And so, when you weigh in the balance, leave the tumor and let it kill them, or you remove the tumor. And so, the less harm is to remove the tumor and thus heal them. Any other part of the body, it would be unthinkable to remove it just because. You know, people would be horrified, and rightly so, if a parent or a doctor said, you know what, it's the going fashion to cut off the pinky of the right hand, or let's just trim off the earlobes so that they're smaller, or something like that. People would be horrified. A surgical intervention would only be acceptable to correct a serious defect. Like, for example, someone has cleft lip or one of those types of things, then surgery is performed to heal them, to fix the error, if you will. But foreskin is not an error. That is the way that a boy is born. The penis is supposed to function properly with a foreskin. And since that is how physiologically it is made to work, it is going to work better with foreskin. Now, everybody's like, my penis works just fine. And okay, yes, it works. But it would work better if it had all of its parts. The idea that people try to maintain that, parents can make the choice for them. No, that idea is that you make necessary choices. Things that are arbitrary, that the parent does not have the right to do that. A parent doesn't have the right to just change their child's anatomy just because they want to or they feel like it. Like I said, it would be considered something seriously wrong with that if they just decided to cut off a finger or any other part of the body. But yet somehow with the foreskin, people think that's okay. It's not. It's unethical, and what's more, there's no medical reason for it. Therefore, any justification the person might have had is non-existent. Now, people try to say, oh, it'll reduce diseases, or let's just take one common example people try to say is a urinary tract infection. Well, guess what? Women get them way more than men. Do we cut parts off of their body when they, to prevent urinary tract infections? No. We give them an antibiotic. That works for guys too. So again, no reason. So it's like surgery or a little antibiotic if something were to happen. You know, I mean, the choice seems pretty easy. So remember, don't, you know, you don't take a you don't take a plow to you know what a teaspoon will do. You know, so you don't cut off part of the foreskin because sometime at some point in a boy's life he might have a little problem that could be fixed completely with antibiotics. Come on. I mean, common sense, people. Have a great day.